You might be thinking about pulling cash out of your home right now. Maybe you want to pay off debt, do some home improvements, or just have access to some extra money. And most people think there's only one way to do that. They think they need to do a refinance of their mortgage, but that's not always the best move. In fact, sometimes it can cost you a lot more money than you realize. So in this video, I'm going to break down the difference between a refinance, a HELOC, and a second mortgage, and when each one actually makes sense. Hi, I'm John Warner with Mortgage and Credit Pro. I'm licensed in Arizona, Oregon, and Washington, and I help homeowners make smart decisions about their home financing. Let's break this down. First, let's talk about a refinance. A refinance replaces your current mortgage with a brand new one. So if you have a low interest rate right now and you refinance, you're giving up that rate. That's a big deal because many homeowners today have rates in the 2s and 3s. If you refinance today, your new loan could be in the 5s and 6s depending on the market. That means your entire loan balance is now at a higher rate, even if you only need a small amount of cash. Now let's talk about a HELOC. A HELOC stands for Home Equity Line of Credit. This is a second loan that sits behind your first mortgage. And here's the key difference. You keep your original low interest rate on your first mortgage, and you only use the HELOC for the amount of the money you actually need. That's why this is so powerful. Now let me say something that honestly drives me a little crazy. I see this happen all the time. Somebody needs a small amount of cash, maybe $20,000, $30,000, or $50,000, and instead of recommending a HELOC, they're told to refinance their entire mortgage. Why? Because the lender makes more money on the full refinance, but that does not always mean it's the best option for you. In many cases, if you have a low rate, the smarter move is to leave that one alone and piggyback a HELOC on top of it. That way you only pay a higher rate on the smaller amount of money you actually need, not the entire loan. That can save you a significant amount of money over time. Now let's talk about a second mortgage. A second mortgage is similar to a HELOC, but instead of a line of credit, it's a fixed loan. You just get lump sum. You have a fixed payment and a fixed rate. Some people prefer this for stability. So how do you decide? If you need a large amount of money, sometimes a refinance can make sense. If you need a smaller amount and you already have a great rate, a HELOC is often the better option. And if you want a fixed term, a second mortgage might be the right fit. Now here's the biggest mistake I see. People don't look at all their options. They just go with what they're told. And in the end, they're paying more than they needed to. Now, I want to ask you something. If you needed access to money from your home, would you rather replace the entire mortgage or just borrow what you actually need? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. If you're thinking about pulling cash out and want to see what makes the most sense for your situation, feel free to reach out. I'll walk you through the numbers so you can make the right decision. And if you're watching this, the next video you should watch is how HELOC payments actually work, because that's another area people get confused on. Make sure you like and subscribe to our weekly videos on mortgages, real estate, and smart financing strategies. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for weekly videos on mortgages, real estate, and investing, and share it with someone who might be looking to pull cash out of their home in a financially smart way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.